It has landed, the new RS.
The new spec RS, the no-name
The safer,
RS.
yeah. You know, we've heard it being called Resolute or whatever it's called, but we just call it new RS.
The
It's
new
supposed to be
RS that
safer.
looks exactly like the
Like
old
the
RS.
it's like Porsche, right? I think
Apple.
You know, yeah, well, it's like yeah. So what do you guys think about this build? I mean, just some first impression.
First impressions, well, they've taken a shell and a body, which we know of for the MSX, the MSP, the RS, and they said, right, people, this is a tried and trusted shell. Everybody kind of understands how this works. They like it. It's our, you know, our core kind of being as who we are as a business. Let's just make it more powerful. Is that how I would see it? Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think safety is at the heart of this, right? Because obviously,
Okay.
you know, it's about, you know, putting the hole in your in your battery to see. I mean, it's a good demonstration to show us that it's an element of safety there that wouldn't just burst into flames. Of course, I'm sure. You know,
we definitely want to say to people, don't put holes in your battery.
Don't put holes in your battery. Don't do as they've shown in the video. I'm sure Paul is going to show us the video we're talking about now or soon. But yeah, this is about addressing the issue of battery safety, especially in electric unicycle. In general, as they get faster, as they get a lot more hardcore, people are dropping these wheels. They're sometimes damaging the cells without actually realizing it's been damaged, and then over time, issues happen and develop, and ultimately, these are combustible items. Now, what they've now done is they've released this new lithium polymer, added this new lithium polymer cells into their new RS. As a result of that, they've obviously lost range. So if you look at the specification, battery capacity is now 1020, quite similar to the first version of the Tesla. So do you want range or do you want safety? It's up to you to now choose. The old RS has got 1,800 watt hour. This has got 1,020, but it has 116.8 volts.
That's the highest we've ever seen on a Begode, right?
On a Begode, right? So, and it's also a torque motor.
That's right, C38.
So, exactly. So I'm expecting it to have a higher top speed than a normal C38 that we have that has 1,800 watt hour. But we'll still have the torque characteristics of a normal torque wheel, so you can go off-roading with it, and you can use it in the city as well. I always say that when you ride in a city, you need more torque than top speed,
of course,
because obviously you go from traffic light to one traffic light, you hardly ever go over 40 miles an hour anyway. Most of the time, it's that initial that power to get you going. So I think this will be good for that. Yeah, and weight-wise, I think it's similar to the normal RS, which is about 28, 30.
Rosie, what do you think about that weight? Do you think that's more manageable at 32?
It's definitely better than, because when we had the Commanders and things, and that's 38, isn't it? Yeah. And I know that when we went and did the Liverpool ride not long ago, the weight was fine until it got towards the end of the day. And then for me, that weight was a little heavy because I was quite tired.
Yeah.
So having a low.
Oh, I think we lost Rosie.
Yeah, and it would make it easier to carry as well, which we all know most of the time it's fine, but every so often we're Daleks and we can't go upstairs.
Yeah.
Not with these ones.
Not with these ones.
Not with these ones. So looking at this, does this seem like this is an Eagle competitor, like a torquey, very powerful 3,000 watt motor wheel? Does this feel that this is their answer to the Eagle?
What you mean in terms of the voltage and the torque department only?
Ignore the spec. Ignore the suspension, of course. But
exactly. Oh, I see. Well, yeah. Ignore suspension, but just looking at. No, I think I not really. I think this is a wheel that was released to address a fundamental issue that Begode has been having. They've obviously known about this. They said they've been developing this tech and integrating this tech to their wheels for the past 2 years. I'm guessing they're talking about increasing the voltage, because obviously it's 100.8 volts, but now it's 116 volt, but also have, mating that 116.8 volt to a different type of battery, from lithium ion to lithium polymer, which is what they've told us they're now using.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a safety move rather than try to compete with a competitor. That's what I think. Obviously, Begode being performance orientated, they want to always up the game whenever they release something, right? So hence going for 100.8 to 116.8. I think it's a kind of wheel that I would like. It's my type of wheel. I'm not really a top speed demon. I like acceleration, torque. I like maneuverability. That shape of the RS, as I said some time ago, it's like what Porsche has done.
Yeah,
they've just taken the same shape and just kind of refine it even more. The trolley is still rubbish at the back. It's like it leaves you up. It's still crap. But it is, we've come to like just appreciate, some of the faults with the wheel.
One of the shocking things I've noticed, I don't know if this is accurate, is the BT speakers are not there. Is that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So there is no. Yeah, BT. It said BT power. No.
Yeah.
Bluetooth power.
Is that suggesting there's no Bluetooth in this wheel, or is that just?
I don't know. I think maybe there is no speakers. I thought there was no speakers.
It doesn't appear to be any on the shell of the pictures there, but it's got holes for them. So clearly, this is an optional upgrade.
or maybe they've just taken an old shell and just kind of just covered it up, and there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, the specs are telling me there's no speaker, but that's something we'll find out more about, of course, in time.
Yeah. The range. Go on.
I was going to say, Paul, so what would you think of this as a wheel for you?
This would be a very nice wheel for me. I'll tell you for why. It's got a lot of torque, and this does remind me of, I used to ride MSP. So I know about its nimbility, its power. You could definitely get off the line quickly. I'd probably like the fact that you've got a decent turning circle, so not too much pedal scrape unless you're going, really aggressively. So yeah, it ticks all the boxes. And the biggest thing I've noticed is the power upgrade. The problem with the RS was it just didn't have enough power, so people wanted the EXN, hence what I ride. But this seems to combat that. So it basically gives you the nimbility, the smaller wheel, maybe about the same weight approximately, but then it gives you, like a decent amount of power. So, but it is a torquey wheel. I don't know at what speed it can go, and that will be probably the question mark. The big question mark about it is this going to be better than the EXN? I don't know. It could be about the same.
Yeah, well, obviously, the EXN now comes in torque version, in torque variant now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm reading the EXN torque variant, and obviously it is what it is. It's torquey. Plus, you've got that 2,700 watt-hour battery for range.
Yeah.
Because this has only a 1,020 watt-hour, I think you'll have fun, but you run out of battery.
Exactly. And that was the problem with the original RS.
Yeah, exactly. So they've now actually made it. They made it worse. But I'm guessing the reason why is because of the configuration, the voltage, right? Arranging the battery cells to accommodate 116.8 volts, which means you will lose some capacity as a result of that. But I still think that the biggest selling point of this wheel is not everybody, want to ride 50 miles, in one go, but because it does have that safety feature of the battery is safer than a normal lithium ion battery. Think that is the unique selling point of this wheel, is the fact that the battery is safer. And I think most people will take safety over most things right now.
Now we're talking about battery safety. Can we talk about that video?
Paul, do you want to show us the video?
If I can get it up the next slide. So to demonstrate its safety and trust, I think is what we're going with here. Let's open it up and let's smash a massive hole in it while it's on, just to confirm that it's all good. Which most people be a no-no, and I jokingly said that all the other guys that tested this, their bodies are laying strewn around the back of the camera, which you can't see. But yeah, but yeah, as you can see, he's popped a hole in it. No issues. He hasn't.
We stress.
We must stress. Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah, do not try this at home.
I mean, the smoke and it doesn't burst into flames, isn't it? That's what we were saying. Yeah. So, bonuses.
Yeah. I mean, she seems quite comfortable, relaxed while this thing's smoking away in front of her. I mean, that's a good sign. You know, just to be doubly sure, we're just going to put another hole in just to be 100%.
I sense a little bit of sarcasm in your voice. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm tempted to do this now. I'm just going to get one of my old phones, just get my power drill. Let's just see what happens. But you know, let's just whip out my old wheels and start drilling away. But you know, now he's riding it while it's smoking away. I mean, this could be like one of those fun things that you do on Halloween, like
yeah, and it wouldn't be an expensive trick at all.
I mean, it's I mean, looking at this video, I think what they're trying to show us is, even after a puncture, the worst that can happen is a bunch of smoke come out. Well, be it quite dangerous for you to breathe in. I'm sure that's not healthy for your lungs, but it wouldn't burn the nearest combustible material closest to the wheel.
Exactly.
And as I said, I mean, this is the unique selling point of this wheel. It's not the range, obviously. It's not the speed. It's this.
Exactly that. Yeah. In all seriousness, the fact that there's no flames coming out of it, like we've heard of the scooters on the underground, etc., means this is obviously a massive deal. And obviously, people will still be concerned because no one wants to see smoke coming out of their wheel. But if they're confident that they're not going to, explode,
flames coming out,
then that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of round this up, I think that this is not going to challenge any of their other wheels. I think this just offers that safety feature, just to make sure that, if anything happens to your wheel, if it gets punctured, it wouldn't burst into flames.
Do you think that this wheel may have a bit more longevity than the other new ones, which are like super fancy, go really fast, have a massive range? Do you think this one might have more longevity because they've changed the battery and because they're doing the bits with that?
I don't know. I mean, because again, I like to get in the wheels first and kind of test them. But in terms of longevity, you wouldn't know until maybe a year or two with these wheels. There have been, there are MSXs out there that have done 10,000 miles over 3-4 years. So we know there is that longevity with those earlier wheels. With this one, it seems like they're kind of going back a little bit back to basics. With this smaller battery, safer battery as well. I mean, it's still a heavy wheel. 28 kilograms is still quite heavy, but in terms of longevity, I don't know, because this is a new type of battery for electric unicycle. Normally electric unicycles, they use lithium ion batteries, but also I was reading somewhere that in aerospace, and even in commercial, in some non-commercial airline, where batteries are used, that they use the same type of battery composition, lithium polymer, as Begode is now using. So there must be
and tested in places which have quite extreme conditions if they use it in aerospace.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying that I think this is more to say this wheel is safe. Now, if aerospace and and the aeronautical space are using lithium polymer, again, this is what I read, I don't know for sure, then I think it will stand up to the test of time, because those guys in that industry, those people in those industry, they will have tested. They just don't go for any technology, right? Yeah, safety is always at the forefront of their mind. So that's why I think it will be a good wheel to have. it's going to be a good seller to have. Just don't come on, group rides with Shermans. Just don't come on group ride with Shermans. You won't last too long.
Stay in the woods.
Yeah, stay in the woods. There you go. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Awesome. Is Rosie still with us? I think she's frozen.
She's gone all Disney on us, hasn't she?
She's gone on Disney. I'm going to tell her you said that. I'm going to tell on you. Yeah, that's it. Really, I think I obviously this wheel is probably going to be available. I'm looking at around March.
March time. Cool.
Around March time. Yeah, it's going to be available around March time. So let's see. We will try to get one in as early as we can. There's so many wheels now, Paul. I mean, it's like you want to get in.
It all depends on what you want. If you're an off-roader, do you want suspension or not? Do you want a street wheel, which is generally lightweight and fast? Do you want something for long range and high speed, like a Sherman or an Abrams? I guess it offers the rider different variants, and now it's a lot harder for a rider to have just one wheel. They're going to have multiple because of the different rides that they can go on.
But also I think the price is also going to be quite competitive, though. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I think that the price of this new RS should be cheaper than a normal RS. Obviously, it's less battery, so it's going to be an affordable but the safest RS you can get. So those are two potent, combination to get people buying. That's right. It's cheaper and safer.
And also, when you have a look at what the average person does, I mean, so unless you're going on big group rides all the time, do you really need something that's that big and that huge, like the new Abrams, to just take, you know what I mean?
I think she's going Disney on us again. Oh no! Did you hear what we said, Rosie?
Sorry, I lost.
Oh no, it's because you were cutting out.
Ow.
Yeah. Your last cut out, you had a frozen position, hence why I said you've gone Disney on us.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Anyway, I was saying, do we really need all the stuff that the big new wheels have, like the Abrams and stuff? Does it need to be that heavy? Or, is this actually a much more realistic wheel for everyday use?
Exactly.
But then we're coming back to what you said, which is where you multiple wheels for different kinds of riding. So
exactly.
Yeah. I'm also looking at the range. They call it endurance over there. It's 50 to 80 kilometers based on 70 kilogram rider. So this suggests to me that this will probably give you about 35 miles, 40 miles if you're lucky. So you probably have good 30 miles of good riding before you start to kind of start to slow you down. Yeah, so it's definitely not a long range wheel. It's a wheel that's affordable. It's a wheel that is safe. It's a wheel that's got torque, ridiculous amount of torque. And speed, more speed than a normal RS19 C38 torque version. But obviously you will lose out on range. But I don't know. I let's see. I'm now a bit more careful when it comes to new wheels now. There's always this hype, and then we get it. They start finding issues that they've not found because they're rushing out products. So I'm a little bit more skeptical right now whenever it comes to new wheel. Let's get it onto the the hands of the riders. Let's organize it on other demo days as we always do, and see what people think about it. So yeah.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
I think that's all we have time for on this next episode of Wheel Talk. Obviously, stay tuned for whatever's going to happen next, and obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Of course, as per usual.
Press the alarm.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, take care. And this was just a little quick video we had to do for this wheel, just to give our thoughts, really. So.
Thank Thanks for watching.
Right.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.